Hello everybody. This is Friendly Portal 02 here on today's video. Welp, today's video. I will be responding to or messaging the one and only person who is the equivalent man who despises Sonic, The Simpsons, and SpongeBob SquarePants and adores Bluey, Futurama, and The Office. Yep, that's right. Goes by the forename of Ethan Anania, otherwise known as Geekin' Out with Ethan. Recall this man. I spoke last year about his desired and despised movies and TV shows. Check out after the video. Back to this video. Where am I at? Oh yeah. The head start of this response. Anyway, let's get this initial message to this person. Ethan Anania, otherwise known as Geekin' Out with Ethan. If you're watching and listening to my voice, I realized you on the search engine, and I discovered that you have countless absurd social media platforms on the internet. I also discovered on Facebook that you are nowadays. Yeah, today. This dude went inactive on FB. Not to disremember that this dude's new app, Blue Sky. Yep, he's inactive nowadays. That's good news. I will put on him to block out, or something like that. Anyway, I saw this dude seem on DeviantArt, Snapchat, TikTok, and even Reddit, and on some altered platforms, including Twitter. Yeah, he needs to take it easy. Even though he was vigorous on any platform except Blue Sky, Twitter, Reddit, and Facebook. Anyway, let's get back to replying. Ethan, why are you slandering unusual movies and TV shows with your mind? Literally, relentless replies and dislikes it for your purposes. Even though you dislike The Simpsons, The Invincible, SpongeBob, South Park, and other shows. I even realized that you are bothering a user on trends. You know you can get inaccessible out on Instagram for pursuing someone else. Even if someone irritates you back, you must not reply to other users. This counts as cyberbullying. Not to mention that he even spams constantly on business, personal, and whatever type of user. He shouldn't respond too much. He should respond a little, medium, or limit per day or week, but not too considerably. You know that Ethan is employed at a place called Goodwill. Yup, he performed it over on Central and Southern Indiana. Anyway, if Ethan sends insolent and impolite messages to someone else, guess what? Someone gonna to address the manager or president of Goodwill over the controversial post he made, and the two gonna be cited his controversies. Guess what? The president of the company gonna direct a statement to one of the employees who posted something not okay, and guess what happened next? Let's see. Okay, move on. He was doing, well, he's rustled up countless dreads for the post, and the retort included. Not to mention that he made a nope face and gif for nope replies to any specific movies and TV shows he should not be listening to or refuse to watch. I know Ethan should have paid no attention to the specific movies and TV shows that went, unfortunately. He should be doing whatever the hell up, and sometimes, someone replied to him. Ethan, you should ignore your hate-watch specific movies and TV shows, and do not grumble or reply to your refusal. You can reply whatever you want, but you should keep it to yourself and not harass them. I know you are still hating The Simpsons show. Again, you should hide the term The Simpsons. So, you can ignore your disdain for The Simpsons if you want to solve the problem. Once again, please retain it for yourself. That month when you restricted your account to trends. Well, what has occurred to you? Yes, you. I am talking to you over your account that was restricted or private on your trends and Instagram. Tell me the reason you restrict your account? Pause for this part. This occurred 3 months ago when he began having no reason for being in restricted mode for together of his accounts. This occurred when I realized that he restricted his accounts on Insta and Trends. Yeah, it was due to voluminous controversies, like 2 years ago or maybe something else. Anyway, let us continue with the response. Ethan made 3 months ago about standard Blu-ray and UHD releases. He does not even care about the UHD releases. Guess what happened next? The second dreadful takes. Yup. This happened when he made a post that indicated the dissimilarity between standard Blu-ray and UHD releases that the film distribution company Paramount. This occurred before his post was permanently deleted. Welp. The good news is that I caught the indication of his remorseful takes, causing people to attempt to throw fits at Ethan. A ton of people replied to his second worst takes. Ethan, what the heck is wrong with your untidiness on Trends? You should sidestep controversial sentiments about whatever you're posting. Guess what? People are gonna attempt to harass or dispute on his post. Yep, that is that. I stumbled upon a man who dividends his personal opinion and passions for the fictional character named May, aka Giant Red Panda from the Pixar film, Turning Red. I would be aware that this man is on something else, and I'm disgusted and disturbed to see this kind of unfit behavior. Yep, this is my self-awareness over his brain. He was making an excuse for the precise films on the platform. Until someone responds to him that says, "All right, we get it. You don't have to repeat it on every post made about this movie." Seriously, Ethan. What the f*** is wrong with you, Ethan? You know that you create 100 times in your replies. You literally reply to every solitary one of the posts you made. Even you said that you would reply to this until somebody would lash out and make it uncomfortable. Making excuses is definitely not gonna work. Instead, you should reply to a valid opinion a little and move on. That's all for aphorism this dude. Imagine that if he creates and replies to the post like this. Yep, this is what I'm going to be like. Not to mention, Ethan, whichever likes or dislikes Lego as a whole. Man, whatever happened to you? You really are off the page for whether you are into Lego or not. You should move forward and should not trace the Lego. Yup, this dude is an actual grown-up and a Disney adult who makes unnerving remarks, uninterrupted excuses, pesters others, and even obsesses over his favorite movie like every single time he responds to them. Even though he made it like 3K followers on Trends over the previous month. I hope everybody's gonna see this dude's actual behavior if he kept making significant stuff or whatsoever. Everybody will unfollow him or suffer a defeat touch. So yeah, almost the end of the video. Before the end of the video, the good news is that my college is now over. Yeah, it's break time. That's for the statement. Anyway. Here is another message to Ethan and Ania. But this time is unusual from last year. So, here comes to him. Ethan and Ania, if you're watching this, you should boundary yourself to the different platforms you are active on. Everybody thinks, what are you doing on your platform? And what are you talking about? Once again, you should confess to yourself what you are doing. Even though your employees are gonna see you performing controversial posts on out-of-the-ordinary platforms. Do you want your boss to be unsatisfied with you? Obviously, you are the one going too far. I do not even comprehend what you're doing during your private mode in the first place. Plus, you block someone on your platform. Why did you block someone else for your own motive? I need an explanation for your reason. Be honest. Plus, don't lie to yourself. If you keep doing it all together over again, guess what? I am willing to entrust someone else, and I'm willing to report on another platform for doing this disarray. Do not make me do it. I hope you understand what you're doing. Again, please keep in mind that you must continuously keep it to yourself. So yeah, that's all for the response video. Give a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the related video. Thank you for watching the response video. Friendly Portal 02 signing out.